This is V from a Canadian RV Array. Where I'm standing right now is in front of my control panel that controls my sliders and the different levels of everything that we have. But what I'm interested in is this right here, the propane water heater. When we left our location, our home base in Ontario, Canada, it was very, very cold, and what I wanted to do was just fire the propane on, because we were boondocking in a few places where we didn't run the generator too long and it was very cold. And of course I could keep everything running with my lithium-ion batteries, which is fine. But when I went to flip this on, I got nothing. So let's just do it again. Right now what should happen is that puts power to the actual hot water tank. That light should come on because that's through the module, and then what happens is it fires through. But you see, no light, no power, nothing happening. So we're gonna leave that on right now, and then we're gonna go outside and start troubleshooting it. I also have the full diagrams of the hot water tank, and I'll show you what I'll be looking at next. So here's the troubleshooting guide, and for the Suburban model hot water direct spark ignition system. And right there, the first step is turn switch on, thermostat calls for heat. There's a red light appears, no. Then of course we go over here to check for 12 volts across terminals on the switch. I'm pretty sure that that's okay. If yes, then the first thing they want you to check is the check thermostat on the 12 volts on both sides of the thermostat limit switch. And that's what we're going to go check out right now outside. So this is the troubleshooting guide. I'll see if I can link it in the description as a picture or a link, and it'll sure help you out because it walks you through step by step. So here I am at the hot water panel that I have. Mine's just in the back part on the passenger side, so we're going to remove that. Now what you can see is I've made things a little quicker. Here is where the system is, and I'm just going to bring the camera up so we can get a closer look at it. So I've taken the cover off. This black cover right there belongs on that, just to make things a little quicker. And there's the gas valve, so we're going to double check that. And the flue is right there. That looks pretty clean considering. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a voltmeter, and we're going to go across this one. This one here is the 110 volt. Sorry, that's 110. This is 12 volts here. All right, so I've got the power turned off also here too, so that should be good. So let's put the camera back up, and we'll put it right in there. We'll get our meter. That's set to DC. Just going to find a place to put the meter comfortably here. I also do have another replacement part right there, a 12 volt water heater thermostat, and I always keep a spare one. So we're going to put the meter right there where I can just see it. That looks good. So we're going to ground out anywhere here, doesn't matter. And we're going to check on one side of it. So there I have 13.21 volts. There I have nothing. So that's the problem right there. That's gone. That tells me, because on this side here I have 13.21 volts. Across the stat I have nothing. I'm going to try resetting it. Nope, I have nothing. So the problem is this little part right here. It's somehow the cold's affected it, and it's not resetting. So now I'm going to go turn the 12 volts off and look after that. But first, while I'm here, I'm just going to check to make sure that there's no voltage here on the other line here. So let me just check that. Nothing. Nothing. So there's no voltage going through because I flipped the breaker off, so that's good. All right, now we're going to start changing out the 12 volt side of that thermostat. So the first thing I'm going to do is just remove the wires off it and place them someplace where they won't move and I won't lose it. There we go. Next thing, we're going to take off this bolt, but I think I'm going to need some kind of a socket or something a little stronger than needle nose. Try it one more time, see if I can clamp that bolt. There we go, we got it. It started to move. Got to be very careful we don't drop this nut. I'm going to put the camera another angle here because it's pretty hard to get this out, so I'll pick it up in a minute once I have it. So here's the old part. I removed that and I will then check it with a voltometer, and that came right out of there. The two wires that go onto the clips are right there. Here's the new part that I have in my hand right here, not to get them confused, so I'm just going to put the old part down there. And now what we're going to do is just install the new part, and we're going to do it just by, it's a little tricky, you got to get it on that screw. There we go, that's on there. Now I'm going to get my nut driver that has the nut in it and put that back. And there's my nut driver with the nut in it. I'm going to be very careful to make sure that it goes right on. There we go. Make sure it's smooth, it threads on properly. Make sure it stays horizontal that we need the way we need it. And just give it a good tight. That should be tight enough because it's got a lock nut underneath it. All right, next thing we're going to put the wires back on. So this one here was at the bottom. Line that back up. That's on there nice and snug. Make sure that it goes onto the teeth. There we go. That's on there. That's on there. That's good. All right. Well, we're going to do a test right now. I'm going to get my partner to turn the switch on inside, and we'll see if it ignites. So let's go back here a little bit. And there it goes. You just heard it fire. And we can see right in there, the flame is on, everything is working perfect. So that's what it was. It was the thermocouple side of it that let go, and that was the fix right there for it. Now it's working fine. So this is V from a Canadian RVer. Hope you've enjoyed this little video on how I repaired my hot water tank. This is the propane side of it. So everything's working really good. It was working great when we left our home base, like I say, but we went through a few cold nights, and I don't know if the cold nights affected the thermostat in that and stopped working. But anyway, I will double check the piece and make sure that everything is working now, and we'll turn off the propane. So again, V from a Canadian RVer. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe. We'll see you in our next video.